Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on our two wars here. We'll get them done relatively quickly, particularly one of them. Now, I've already ordered I believe it was the 5th Fleet 4, to make their way back into the Talensian Kingdom. Reason being, I noticed at the very tail end of last episode that they've got a Dimensional fleet here and the Omega Company fleet here. This is normal. They come back to their capital when they have nowhere else to retreat to. So we'll make our way back there. We'll be there in about 200 days. We may jump drive part of it. We'll see. We also may just see these guys take care of it for us, but I want to make absolutely sure. So that's looking good. This force is coming down to continue to invade, and our other army, I believe, is currently invading. Yes, out over here. And this will be absolutely fine. We're going to have this war done quite soon. No doubt about that. So we have 4 notifications here. Let's just check through that real quick. But I'm going to tick this forward a small amount just to make sure that this is all updated.
Striking hostile station.
A little further. There we go. Okay, one of these wars just ended. Okay, the MechPuck's protectors had a status quo piece. Well, that's awkward. Okay, I guess that's fine. We're going to be truced with them for a while, but that's very awkward. I would have much preferred that war continue, but I guess we can continue it under our terms. So that seems okay. We're going to select all of these fleets. They're no longer necessary, so we're just going to bring them right on back to Sol. So inward we go. We're going to have them enter orbit here. It'll take them a little bit of time to get there, but really not too bad. So that looks good as of right now. So status quo piece there is fine. We don't need to reinforce any fleets. That's already plenty maxed. So while that's going on, let's just check through to see what these 4 notifications are over here. We've got Wheatress Prime. Okay, that is fine. I'm just going to put in a robot assembly complex here. We're going to put in an energy grid. We're also going to be putting in a mineral purification plant. Okay, where did that go? Here we go, mineral purification plant. And we'll put in some zero-G research districts, we'll put in some reactor districts, and we'll put in some astro mining bays. There's only 2 districts left. I think here we should probably put in a pair of habitation districts, and then come back to that a little later on. We've got Bax Prime here. This is in a similar situation. Here, all we need to do is put in an energy grid and put in some reactor districts, some zero-G districts, and then this is going to end up being an industrial world. So we'll put in a civilian industry, an ancient refinery, an alloy foundry. We're probably going to need a holo theater here, and then we'll build a bunch of industrial districts. And then we'll come back once we've got those other building slots good to go. What else might we have in this list? Well, actually the answer is nothing, and that is fine. So these guys are heading back home. That seems okay. The Shenandoah is currently idle in Zakati. Okay. So where do we need to be at this point? I believe we're not at Azalash yet. We've done Canum. I believe we need to be up here. Is that accurate? That is accurate. Okay. So the Shenandoah should come out over this way, and we should go ahead and build a Habitat Central Complex up over this direction. That sounds good. We should also queue up any required orbital rings here. So this is going to be an orbital ring here. There we go. Something along the lines of that is what we're looking to do here. Perfect. I do see that we now have an additional unemployment planet. That is Azalash. Okay. This is going to need to be resettled, and we're going to take that over to where exactly? There's a lot of jobs available down over that way. Okay, we're going to go for Global Science. We're just going to work our way down the list. Sounds good. So no problem with Azalash at this point. Anything else in here? I don't... actually, Nimroth Prime. Sure. So here we would definitely want to put in an energy grid, as well as a mineral processing plant. Seems fine. And then we've got a number of these resource districts that we can build here, and that seems okay. We've got a remaining amount of 5 districts. That's barely worth doing a pivot to manufacturing, but I guess we'll do it. I'm not super happy about it. And we'll just put in a holo theater. There we go. And we'll build this out with industrial districts for now. That'll be okay. So we're going to get going on that. Looks good. Cool. So there are these guys out over in Hixeros. This is not necessarily surprising. Where is our fleet that we sent over this way? That was the 5th Fleet 4. They're going to be over here quite soon. Okay, so we're going to have them directly chase down this dimensional fleet. They're going to arrive there in 106 days, 105 days as of right now. That seems okay. They have more forces coming back into Tiljuxesi, which is understandable. This isn't surprising at all. Energy credits from jobs finishes, and what do we want to go for next? Energy weapon fire rate, I guess.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
Cool. So that is all looking good. Now, there are 16 reasons to not do this. We have successfully invaded in Ipagara, and we should definitely continue to invade somewhere out over here. I think we're going to go for Keenis here. So inward we go, and we are going to... Where are they? Up over here, Keenis 3. Okay, we're going to land here. That seems good. So, at this point, what we need is just 16 reasons. War exhaustion will be some of this. Occupation will be some as well. But we're going to need to get this all taken back. We will make our way up reasonably quickly at this point. If we hop over here, we can see we're 85 days away from them right now. Noted. So all of these fleets are repaired. That's not shocking. They're docked back up as well. So that all looks good. 6 notifications here now, huh? Okay, so that is steered in prime. Noted. So we definitely want to build an energy nexus here. I'm going to put in a mineral processing plant. This is going to be kind of mediocre. This is going to be primarily a generator world, for sure. But a mineral purification plant will build mining districts and then max out our generator districts, and we'll see what we've got left. Oh, we're missing minerals. Okay, let's buy in 10,000 minerals for now. Okay, so we've got 3 districts remaining here. We'll come back to this. I don't know what we're going to do with that yet. We'll see. So we finished up our invasion here. I do want to head down this direction. I guess we'll head into Holden for now, and we'll just land here. We have definitely taken some losses in our armies, and we're going to want to bump those up. In fact, I kind of want to get producing armies right now. This is going to be xenomorph armies, and we're going to queue up all of our current minerals. There we go. And then I'm going to buy in 10,000 more because we're going to need it. But that'll be fine for right now. Okay, anything else we need to work on jobs-wise here? Yes, actually. Marfark Prime needs an upgrade to its energy nexus here. And then we need to build our reactor districts and our zero-G research districts. From here, we can definitely think about a pivot to industry. We don't have access to the Ministry of Production yet, though, so we'll come back to that. In fact, I think I forgot to build a Ministry of Production for some of the worlds that we just went through not too long ago. So we should probably backtrack, circle back to those worlds, and check in on that. Okay, so this is strongholds. Noted. We can build additional strongholds here, although we're probably going to need a hollow theater. And then 3 additional strongholds here. That'll be fine. But I do want to circle back to some of these worlds. So this is zero-G districts. Yeah, Astro Mining Bays, Habitation districts. This is not a pivot here. Bax Prime is, I believe, a pivot to industry. Yes, and we did not include that, but this is going to grow. So I think we're going to be fine on that. We'll come back to those. I believe those were all stations, so that's okay. We have successfully invaded Heavenly Eyrie, and we know that. We've already ordered this. So that sounds good. Our fleet is back over here. We do see allied fleets coming in on this dimensional fleet. So it looks like our allied fleets are going to handle this for us, but I want to make absolutely certain. I think they should be able to take this. They should definitely be able to take this. So that sounds good. Yeah, this is not really a problem in any meaningful way. It's good that we don't have to handle this, though. Our allies are definitely taking care of that and taking care of Tiljuxesi. So that means that these guys, they can actually come back to our capital. It should be handled. This is likely going to get us all of the war exhaustion that we need to end this war. In theory. What is this down over here? Is that a pirate fleet? It is. Okay. Well, we're not too concerned about that. So yeah, this is definitely under control. This is under control. They're at 75, so they have 7 reasons to not accept these war goals at this point. War exhaustion is 75 currently. That can go up by another 25. Occupation just went up. War exhaustion just went up again. They're now at 2 reasons away. And there's still this fight going on over here. This should solve the problem. So as soon as this fight is over, I think we're going to be able to enforce peace here. And that would be great. We would be very, very pleased about that. 0 reasons? Okay, we're incredibly close. Incredibly close. Next planet that we occupy should do the trick. So we've got Keenness here, and this is almost done. That looks good. In fact, I'm going to order... am I going to order these guys to leave here? We'll keep them here as insurance. I don't think they're necessary, but we'll keep them as insurance for now. Let's wrap up this planet. It is incredibly close to being done. There we go. And they're still at 0 reasons. They will end this very shortly.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
Indeed. So we're just slowly ticking through here. The ticks are indeed very slow. But this is expected at this stage of the game. This is not surprising in the slightest. Okay, they're down to 1 remaining army here. Perfect. That looks excellent. That's disengaged. Minus 85% damage output.
Research concluded.
What is this research? Armor hit points? Okay,
Planetary
sure.
incursion
And we can grab,
successful.
say, kinetic weapon fire rate. That'll be fine. So at this point, we can send this offer. Beautiful. And there we go. They will accept this. And that will bring them back into the fold. So, we're just waiting for them to actually accept. This battle is still ongoing in the meantime. Okay, it's definitely calculating it now. The game is frozen, so that is a very, very good sign. That does indicate that they are accepting the peace deal at this moment. Perfect. There we go. So, they are now a protectorate under us. Excellent. And we are going to get a bunch of refugees. Beautiful. And these guys, they are going to head back to Sol. So, we don't have much rebuild to do at this point. We're going to have them come back and enter orbit here. That's all absolutely perfect. A bunch of allies got their claims, and these guys are now our vassals. Wonderful. Now, I do want to come in here. They are currently friendly towards us. I'm going to improve relations with 2 of these envoys, I think. Okay, so that looks good. We can't integrate them, but we don't really want to. All we need to do at this point is... Actually, I want to check up over here. Okay, so these guys got transferred as well. That's perfect. They're now a protectorate under us as well. So now all we need is the Mechpucks Protectors and the Xenak Continuance, at which point we will have taken over the entire galaxy. That's beautiful. Kind of by accident, we took over the entire galaxy. Kind of. So that's definitely a thing. Now we have 8 notifications here. We know we just got a bunch of refugees. So at this point, we need to go through and make sure that all of these refugees are set to assimilation. Because that's the rule. Everyone is welcome in Carpetania, but they gotta become robots. You leave your bodies at the door. That's how this works. So we're going to set all of these over to assimilation. Perfect. And these are, of course, full citizenship. Yes, that all seems right. Okay, that looks good. That is going to deal with some of that unemployment temporarily, and we are going to get back to that. But let's just check through here really quickly to see, is there anywhere where we need to make actual changes? Well, we can build a Habitat Central Control here and max out our reactor districts. And we'll come back to that after. Beautiful. So these are all constructing as it is. These are all constructing. Excellent. Okay, we're at peace, so let's check in on our construction ships. The Indus is idle. Okay, so this is all a thing here. We know that we're going to need to go to... What is next? We know that we just did this world here. So actually it's Azalash that is next. Okay, beautiful. We're going to come in and build an orbital ring here, and then we can build... Around what? Yas? Or one of these asteroids? Okay, we can't build around the asteroid. We could build around the crystal star here. So I guess we'll do that. That'll be fine. The Ancient Rift. That looks good. So that's excellent. But we do have another construction ship here that requires work. And that is the Tigris. That is in Canum. Okay, that should be a pretty easy thing to do. We need to colonize the Canum Habitat Complex. There we go. And now we need to build orbitals. So that'll be fine. We'll build a major orbital here. This is going to be a kind of awkward path, but it's okay. Minor orbital here, minor orbital here. This will be a major orbital. Minor orbital down here. Coming down here for a major orbital. Excellent. And then all the way up over here, where we're going to have a minor orbital, a major orbital, and a minor orbital. And then we've got this orbital ring already. Perfect. So that looks fine. That will keep that busy for a while. Perfect. We don't have too much spare influence at the moment, so that seems fine. The 5th Fleet 4 is on its way home now. That is absolutely perfect. And we are very, very high on our number of alloys right now. So that is currently noted. 9+, huh? Ooh, pirates in the Golovia system. Where exactly is
Station
this?
sustaining damage.
Okay. So this is out over here. We should be able to get there reasonably quickly. Let's dispatch the 5th Fleet 5. Yeah, we'll be there in 38 days. So off we go. Excellent. So we have 9+ notifications here. This is all of these guys being idle. No real problem there. Apparently we're doing an archaeological dig. Carl Laidlaw has boarded the station with a team of researchers and managed to restore power to some sections. It appears that it was inhabited mere centuries before post-Carpetanians took to space. At first sight, it appears to have been a weapons station, as evidenced by the exceptionally large cannon that takes up the majority of its volume. However, most of the remaining sections seem to have been dedicated to research facilities, indicating that the weapon was likely highly experimental. Okay, cool. So that all seems fine. I don't think we need any additional influence. We do need some more mining production, it seems. So that is something that we will keep an eye out for. We will definitely be looking to get more of that. We're going to be out of minerals soon. In fact, I'm going to buy in about 20k minerals to keep us afloat for the time being. So that looks good. We are, of course, maxed on astral threads. Nothing really that we want to do there, though. So for the time being, this is fine. We have 2.9k minor artifacts. That is going to cap very soon. So we should probably actually do some of this. Selling to private collectors, do a celebration of diversity. We can do a find peaceful applications. And which one do we want? We'll just go with happiness. And we can reverse engineer an arcane technology as well. Research speed plus 10%. I like it. So we're up in Golovia right now eliminating these pirates. They may not have defeated this station, but well, we can absolutely make sure. There we go. And we'll bring these guys right on back to Sol. Perfect. So we're just going to enter orbit here. Wonderful. So being negative in minerals is, of course, not necessarily ideal. Let's just continue to look through jobs for the moment. I'm going to be at peace for a bit here, but not too long. We're going to be looking to go back to war relatively soon because we'd like to wrap up this series. But I want to find out, do we have a truce with the Mechpuck's protectors? Probably. Yes, we do. Okay, so that's 2508. That's a 10-year truce. Noted. That's going to be a little while. So we're going to need to work on the Xenax continuance instead. Okay. There's only 3 ways in here. This should be a pretty basic war, but we don't have any ability to declare a war right now without a claim. We would need to get a claim here. And out of curiosity... Yeah, we have claims on all of their inhabited systems. So we just need a claim here. And if we were to make a claim, it would be 280, 297, 315, 350, 297. Okay, so 280 influence is what we would need. So we're going to need to save up that influence, and we'll do that, but we're also going to be utilizing influence in all of this construction. So that is going to take some time. We'll get there, but we're not quite to that point yet. Cool. I want to check in on our Federation here. The Kresh Collective is remaining about 15k behind us in tech, so that is definitely noted. We're going to want to continue to expand our tech researching, no doubt about that. Well, 9 notifications probably is just the completion of these xenomorph armies. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that, but we can certainly check through here again and just see what we've got. I don't expect to see much here, though. Yeah, that's about what I expected. A whole lot of nothing. We are positive again on our minerals. That's a good sign. And the Rhine just finished up in Caesar. So this is all building all of the orbitals. So next up, we're going to need to go to a new system here. So after Azalash is going to be Rabalius, but Rabalius is already handled. So next up would be Nokum. Sure. And actually, I just realized we don't have any colonization in Salieto. How did we miss that? Well, we're going to build a mega structure down here of a Habitat Central Complex. That'll be fine. So we'll get that underway. Next one would be Nokum. But yeah, we definitely missed Salieto. Interesting. Not intended, for sure. That was not an intentional thing. That was an oversight. So that's fine. It has now been handled. Perfect. So we currently have 2,800 pops, and that is excellent. We're still working on some assimilation, it looks like. Yes, indeed we are. Okay. Well, we'll get there. Everybody is eligible to be assimilated. That is fine. Now down to only 1 notification on this tab, so we're not expecting to see anything here. That's for sure. We are going to be having the Rubicon finishing up in a while. That's going to take a while yet. And actually, the Yangtze 2 is very likely to be the next thing to finish. That's a Habitat Central Complex. So this will need to be colonized, and we'll need to build orbitals. That's understood. Okay. Gateway in the Runum system? I mean, that's a good thing. That'll help us get around. No problem. And we definitely want to start thinking about our attack on the Xenax continuance. So we want to get down here fairly soon. The question is, when do we want to head out? Well, we're going to need a pretty big amount of influence. We know we need 280 there, and the question is, when are we going to have 280 and not have idle construction ships? That's the real question here. We can activate a relic. That's going to overcap our minor artifacts, and so I think we just sit on this, and we activate the Rubricator when we need an infusion of 500 minor artifacts. I think that's what we do there, so that shouldn't be a big deal. The Volga is working away. Yeah, that looks fine. The Susquehanna is going to be done fairly soon, and the trade wind here is doing okay. Okay, so technically the game is over right now. We just hit 2,500. We won the game, and we had the highest score. This is not surprising. We had, if we sort by economy, we had the strongest economy. Our fleet power, definitely the strongest. Research, technically, we were just behind the 2 fallen empires, but that doesn't really count. We had the highest research outside of that, and we definitely won just with the score sum. However, this isn't actually the end of the game. We're going to go a little beyond the end game because I want to unify the galaxy here, and that will be the goal. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to prepare our influence for being able to attack the Xenax continuance. That will be excellent. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.